right, rock stars. So, yesterday I told you that we were going to draw a picture to go with some of our learning intentions and success criteria. So let's move that closer a little bit, Miss Atwood, so they can see it. Woo! So, as mathematicians, we will subitize and decompose numbers to 10. And Ellison told us yesterday that subitize is when you look at something and you just know it, which is awesome. So down here next to the word subitize, I want to put a picture that's a clue to our brain about what subitize means. So does anybody have an idea about what I could draw for subitize? If you have a thought, put your hand in the air. What could I put for subitize? Well, let's think about the different things we have to use when we subitize. The first thing, oh, Rakaya's raising her hand. Rakaya, what could I draw?
Think quick.
Ooh, so a brain, maybe with like a lightning bolt because it's going so quick. Would that be a good idea? Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. All right. So we're going to put that person, there's his ears, there's his mouth, there's his eyes and his nose. Woo! All right, and inside of his head is going to be this big bubblegum brain, like we've been talking about. Okay? And then we're going to put some lightning bolts. Woo! Because you're going to think quick. All right, I love it. So, I'm going to get you a little closer so you can see a little bit better. Making sure everybody's muted right now. There we go. Okay. So, we've got this guy with his brain and his lightning bolts. Is there anything else that you can think of to draw for subitize? Use your brain and use your... What are these? Your eyes. You're right. So I'm going to maybe draw an arrow from the person's eyes to maybe some dots that we could subitize. How many dots are there? Yeah, Theo, how many? 5. Good job. You got it. I love it. So he's going to subitize those dots. Maybe he's going to subitize somebody's fingers. And tell how many are there. Did I draw enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did. There are 5 fingers. Awesome. All right. So when you subitize, you use your brain and you use your eyes. Awesome. How about understand how numbers are taken apart? What picture could I draw to go with that idea that numbers are taken apart? Say, everybody, you're making me dizzy. Let's go to my friend Jackson, because he's a smart cookie, just like the rest of my friends. Jackson, when I take numbers apart and I decompose them, what do I call that picture that looks like this? Do you know?
10 square.
Ooh, I heard Dad whispered in there too. Dad's a smart cookie. You both are. So a 10 square would be a great idea. Mommy is a smart cookie. A 10 square would be a great idea because that's something I fill up, a tens frame. But this is something that I use to break apart. Does anybody remember the name of this tool? Theo, Theo, Theo. What is that? Yeah, it is a number thing. Good job. It's called a number bond. I want you to say that back to me. Number bond. Zaire, let me hear you say it. you. So a number bond is when I have a big number up top, like when you were doing it in your number bond dash yesterday, and then I have smaller numbers at the bottom. Remember, it goes part, total. You do it. Looking for mouths and hands. Rion should be doing it too. You got it. Part, total. Awesome. So in my number bond, 4 and 1 are the parts, and 5 is my total. So understand how numbers are taken apart is I have a number bond. 5 can be split into 4 and 1. I'm going to get you a little closer so you can see it. All right. So when Miss Manning joins us for math tomorrow, show me how excited you are for Miss Manning to come to math tomorrow. Okay? Your brain is going to be like this brain here. It's going to be full of lightning bolts because you're going to be able to tell Miss Manning what Subitize means, think quick, and you're going to be able to tell Miss Manning how we can take numbers apart with our number bonds. Let's see if our friend Johnny is here. Hey, Johnny. Okay. That's okay. I'm just glad you're here. But you know what? This is going to be a great opportunity for my friends to tell you what we just did. So I need one friend to tell Johnny what we did for Subitize, and I need a different friend to tell Johnny what we did about how numbers are taken apart. So if you can tell one of these things to Johnny, I want you to put your hand in the air because he wants to know. Ooh. All right, Zaire, what can you tell me? I like that you're pointing to your brain. Yes, okay. How about Rakaya? Rakaya, what can you tell Johnny?
Think quick.
Johnny, when you Subitize, you think quick. So we drew a guy with lightning bolts around his bubblegum brain, looking at some dots and some fingers so that he can think quick. Thumbs up if that makes sense to you, bud. Can you see that? Good, Johnny, thank you. All right, what about understanding how numbers are taken apart? What do we got going on here? Let's go to our friend Rion. Rion, do you remember this? They are squares. Yes, I see the squares too, and we're using those squares to break our numbers into parts. Theo, do you remember what this is called? A number. Yes, a number bond. So Johnny, when you were doing that number bond dash yesterday, you were breaking numbers apart, like 5 into 4 and 1. Do you remember doing that yesterday? Johnny, I'm talking to you, bud. Yes, Jackson.
Well, me and my mother we only did 9.
Hey, that's great. That's a start, right? You got to start somewhere.
Yeah, we didn't get to 15.
That's okay. Got to start somewhere. You're going to get a chance to try that again today. Thanks for letting me know. So when we Subitize, Miss Atwood, we do what?
Think quick.
I love it. And when we decompose numbers, we take them apart with our, what are these?
Number bond.
Number bonds. All right. So we can move this out of the way because it's time for a story, a math story. So with our math story today, you are going to work hard to visualize just like you did in our reading lesson. When you visualize, you make a picture in your mind. So mathematicians have to visualize too. So I'm going to make it so you can see both me and Miss Atwood and the screen. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read this problem to you. That's step 1. You're going to visualize visualize it in your brain, and then I'm going to come to you and you're going to tell me what you remember from the problem. Thumbs up if you think you can do that. Thanks, Zaire. I'm going to read. You're going to visualize. Are you ready? Bella spilled some pencils on the carpet. Gino came over to help her pick them up. Gino found 5 pencils under the desk, and Bella found 4 by the door. How many pencils did they find together? So in your picture, in your mind, what did you see happening from that math problem? Zaire, what did you see happening in that problem? Maybe. Let's give them one more try before we read it again. Friends, what did you see happening in your brain? You were closing your eyes. You were making a picture in your mind. What happened in that math story? Jackson, do you know?
Well, found 5 and 4, then that means 9.
Okay, so you heard in the story that some friends found pencils, 5, and some other friends found pencils, 4. But what happened in the story was they dropped them all over the carpet before they could pick them up. So we're going to make sure that we use that information when we do the next step, because step 1 is to read, and then step 2 is to draw, and step 3 is to write. I want you to say read. I don't see any mouths moving. There we go. Draw. Write. Okay? So we did our reading part. Now it says draw a math picture, write a number bond, and a number sentence that tells about the story. Friends, right now, this is a together job. We're going to work together to do these things, okay? So I don't want you to go any faster than what we're doing, because soon it's going to be a by yourself, you do it job. But right now it's just a we do it together job. So I need you to go make sure you have a pencil and a piece of paper, or a crayon and a piece of paper. And I want you to show me those things so I know you're ready to do the math problem with them. Okay?
I was wondering where Ellison was.
Hi, Ellison. Good to see you, bud. So when you have it, show me your paper and your pencil, or your paper and your crayon, so I know you're ready to do some math.
Wow.
All right, so step 1 was read, so I'm going to do that again, because step 2 is draw. So don't draw anything until we figure out what we're going to draw. And I'm going to need your help, Miss Atwood. Do you think you can think about what we should draw that would match this math problem? Okay, so Bella spilled some pencils on the carpet. Do you think that I should just draw a bunch of pencils all over the carpet?
No.
Why not?
Well, not a bunch.
Well, because I don't know how many
How
yet.
many?
Okay.
Yeah.
It says, Gino came over to help her pick them up. Gino found 5 pencils under the desk. Do you think the under the desk part is important, or just the 5 pencils part?
I think under the desk, because you said draw the math picture, so
Okay.
let's put that desk.
So we're going to go ahead and we're going to draw a desk. And we're going to draw 5 pencils under that desk. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want you to go ahead and do that step for me, okay? 5 pencils under a desk.
Whose paper is that up there?
That is our friend Johnny's.
Okay.
Wow, Johnny, that looks
Johnny?
awesome.
Okay.
Theo, super.
Good job.
Way to go. Jackson's look awesome. Awesome, Jackson. Rion's look awesome, too. Make sure you have 5 because that's what's in the math problem.
Did Kai show us?
I haven't seen Rakaya's yet, but she's going to. Wow, I love the details in that one. Very good. Allison looks great. Rakaya. Okay, Rakaya, honey, we're drawing a math picture right now, so we don't need the numbers just yet. We're drawing the desk with the 5 pencils under it. Okay? All right. So Gino found those 5 pencils under the desk.
Okay.
Got that. Then it says Bella found 4 by the door. Okay. So I'm going to draw a door. And how many?
4.
4 by the door. So I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You try it. Wow. Looks good, Jackson. I like that. All right. Great job, Zaire. Great job, Johnny. Great job, Rakaya. I love it. Okay, so it wants to know how many pencils did they find together. So draw a math picture, write a number bond, and a sentence that tells about the story. So for this number bond, what you're going to need, okay, is a square that has 2 lines and 2 smaller squares underneath. So I want you to go ahead and try and make a number bond on your paper. Super, super duper. I'm seeing some beautiful pictures and some amazing number bonds. People are hard at work. That's awesome. Rian, perfect. I love it. All right, so once you've got your number bond, we have to be thinking about how we can put the 5 and the 4 in the number bond, but we have to put them in the right spot, okay? So if we have 5 and 4, is that my part, or is that my total? Miss Atwood, if you were going to put 5 and 4 somewhere on the number bond, would you put it up top, or would you put it down the bottom?
Down at the bottom, part.
Okay, because part of the pencils are the 5 that came under the desk, and the other part are the 4 that were over by the door. So in your number bond, I want you to put 5 and 4 as the 2 parts at the bottom.